Hi everybody, my name is Lynn Ismael and welcome to my channel. I was in the mood to film a flower arrangement video. Here is an oregano that I gathered. It's mostly seeds by now, but it still has some nice texture, so I decided to grab a few. But anyway, there you go. I'm right there holding two branches or two stems of oregano, Greek oregano. And in this type of flower arrangement, I was practicing on the crisscross method. I don't exactly know if that's the right terminology for that method, but I saw regenerative gardening, so a YouTube video or YouTuber who does flower farming. So I thought I'd give it a try. Here I'm gonna put I'm holding two stems of images. One stem going in one direction and the other going the other direction. I'm just trying to form a shape at this point. This is a reddish ageratum. Don't remember where I got the seed, but typically they're blue, but they also come in other colors like light purple and more like dark fuchsia-ish purple. At this point, I'm just doing one stem on one side and a similar stem of a similar flower on the other. So they're almost symmetrical. And you can view the arrangement, well, at least it applies for the arrangement to be viewed on both sides of the arrangement, or both sides of the room. I'm more used to the spiral technique, but I find that I always have the same shape whenever I do the spiral technique, which is more like rounded or vase shape or vase-like. But I want the shape where it's more like a V shape, where the longer stems are in the end and the focal in the middle, so it forms like a V shape. Got some snapdragons right here. This is a Potomac variety. I believe it's a Potomac pink. My snapdragons have been decimated by rabbits this year. I planted them outside of my fenced area, and they left alone the leaves, but they figured the flowers tasted okay. So these are the few that have survived. More purple ageratum. I believe they consider it red ageratum. I do like the fluffiness and the daintiness of each little bloom. This is an aster. I don't remember the variety, but I like that it's single layer, but it's got bright yellow in the middle right there. It's almost like a cosmos, but it lasts quite long in the vase, like a typical aster would. More than a week for sure. I would have to look back in my seed stash and figure out what variety it is, because I really do enjoy it. As a side note, I just realized that my face is pretty focused over there. I have to learn how to smile when I'm doing all these things, because I do kind of look scary. I'm not that scary, to be honest. Well, I believe I'm not that scary, but the video would tell you otherwise. So just trust me. Here's a small stalk that managed to grow in the heat of the summer. Cat's purple. Very fragrant still. And I think that's my favorite type of stalk, because it's nice and vibrant. Adds depth to light pink arrangements. Getting used to the X crisscross method, you need to have some good dexterity on the first three, or your index finger, ring finger, and your middle finger, I guess. The last flower that I just plucked out is Scabiosa. I planted a few Scabiosas this year, and still the blue one is my favorite. So I think I'm just gonna concentrate on planting blue scabiosas for next year because I gravitate to using them more than the salmon color or the red flower or Fire King. I think that's the name of it. Although I think I'm gonna try the Black Knight one because that looks interesting. I haven't grown the Black Knight variety just yet. Next stem is another scabiosa, just the seed head of a scabiosa, which is interesting. And it's an interesting texture. It still has that wiry stem that makes it bob and creates movement whenever you move the arrangement. Here, I thought I was going to use a American Dawn Dahlia, but I picked it too late. It was starting to come apart. So I changed my mind and picked up a Prairie Sun Rudbeckia. I do like the combination of pink and yellow together. It's nice and cheery. And the Prairie Sun Rudbeckia has a little more light or bright palette. Goes with more brighter palette than the other types of Rudbeckias that I have. This is a purple ball dahlia. I don't know the name of the variety because I got it as a mystery tuber from Moss and Mirth. But this one is Creme de Cassis. It's one of those first blooms. That's why it's small and the stem is short, which is perfect for this type of arrangement because I intended to be placed low, be placed on a low vase that you can put on a dining table, and then you're not blocking your view to the person across from you. And then this is just me trying to see what kinds of heights or varying the kinds of heights these flowers are, just to make it look more natural, or at least make it look more organic. In this descriptive way. I don't use chemicals if I can't help it. This is a paper daisy. If the sun doesn't shine on it, or if the room is dark, it's closed. I mean, the flowers are closed. But once it's bright, they open up, which is pretty interesting. That's why because I usually pick my flowers early in the morning, and so whenever I go by my patch of paper daisies, they're all closed still, so I forget to pick them. This time around I remember. And just like the scabiosa, it's got long wiry stems, so it's got a nice movement when you add it in flower arrangements. Also has it's also pink and yellow, so it goes quite well with what I have in mind. I'm using the camera as a mirror. That's why I kept looking at the camera with my thinking face. And there I go. I cut it short, trying to see if that works or not. And I decided that it added more depth. So here's the pop of red. This is Sweet Red, a Sweet William from a Sweet series, and it's the red variety. My Sweet Williams, they don't really smell like, I don't consider it scented, but apparently you're supposed to smell them. They're supposed to have a nice fragrant smell, but I just don't. So I don't know what's going on about that. So I snipped the stem of the Sweet William, and at this point I am ready to wrap it. I didn't have any twine with me, so I just used a rubber band, which, if you can wait until in the next few moments, this is what happens when you use rubber bands and not paying attention. Yeah, now that pretty hurt. Just doing some final adjustments. And then here's the final product. This is just a small vase I got from Dollar Tree. But yeah, I do enjoy using the crisscross technique, especially if I'm looking for more of the V shape instead of the round shape. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed or liked this content yet, please do, because it just helps other people find me on YouTube. I try to show up here every Thursday. And until I see you next time, bye!